What's good? It's your boy Fannon. Let's talk this boxing this morning. What is good? What is good? Wait for some people to come in the building. Eat this orange while I wait. Pasha Blaine, what's good, man? Mike Biggs Boxing, what's good? Judah Ben Israel, Outlaw Gorilla, Chicago in the building. That's what's good in the Shy. Toot Robinson was good. Mr. Broadneck, Big Snack Pack, Architect One, Romeo Harris was good. Philip Redden, I'm good, man. What's good with you? Reginald Thompson, what's going on, man? Got Marcus Johnson, Big Shaw, B&B Boxing. Yes, sir. Good morning to you. Good morning, my Israelite people. Toot Robinson. What's going on, RC Boxing? Top of the morning to you as well. Golden Gloves Boxing. What's good? I'm chilling, man. The Shy. Does that say the Shy? What's going on in the Shy? Yes, sir. Harold, good morning in ATL too, man. What's going on, Stormy B, man? Eric Jenkins, what's good? Kesha Alexander, Check Hook, what's good? Thomas Moreland, man, thank you, sir. I'll speak my truth. What's going on, Michael James, 616. Big Facts in the house. What's going on, man? Johnny John, good morning to you as well. All right, man, let's talk this boxing. Yeah, Don Banks was good. Forgive me, man. Let me take a sip of my coffee and let's get it rolling. Real Talk Boxing Night, two issues. Two things are interesting today. Looks like the WBC is going to try to make Gennady Golovkin fight Jamal Charlo. I don't think it's going to happen, but it looks like they're trying to make that happen. And Eddie Hearn is out running his mouth trying to suck some attention away from this Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight by mentioning that Anthony Joshua and he are going to be sent a new offer to Shelly Finkel and Deontay Wilder, a guaranteed plus a percentage. Yeah, sure you are. Kim the Great, is there a press conference today? Yes, it's 2:30 p.m. Let me go on over here to the last one should be in LA, man. Man, there's been some good conversations. I've been enjoying the interviews going on with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder more than I have the interviews. Give me 1 second though, man. I got to see what time this thing is on. What time? I'll let you know what time it's on. Showtime Boxing, right? We'll just check it real quick, make sure we know what time it's going to come on. They should have it 2:30 p.m. Comes on 2:30 p.m. later today. Yes, sir. 2:30. That's what's up. Yeah, Marlon So Icy Sims, what's good, man? Said Romeo Harris says no one cares about the tomfoolery Hearn is talking about. Yeah, no doubt about it. Man, I don't understand what that guy did, man. That guy is supposed to be the best promoter in the world and did a really, really good job of ruining this fighter's reputation on half of the planet. Amazing. Sorry, man. I got to try to respond to a text, and I will. Sorry. I said, Fannon, Fury going to mess around and talking too much while going to twist his cap backwards. Tommy B, man. Yeah, man, he going to twist his back. He going to try to do that regardless, though. But I will tell you, man, that dude, there was a minute, man, when what's going on, Gravy Davy? When Deontay Wilder got real serious, man. Like, that dude got real serious for a minute there. And it wasn't like he wasn't playing. He was legitimately angry. Like, man, and you could see Tyson Fury like, oh shit, this dude's going a little crazy up in here, man. Nelson Nobles, what's good? And I think what's good with you, man? I think it's right around when Tyson Fury told him he was going to kiss him. He's like, man, you definitely don't want to do that, man. Because you gonna really get a taste. You try that shit. Marlon So Icy Sin said he's done an amazing job bringing him up and doing an amazing job of tearing him down. Man, he's doing an amazing job of tearing him down. Often, I mean, some things you just can't avoid, man. You know, there's some things you cannot get out of doing. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to sit down and take care of your business, man. Lavelle Lofton said Anthony Joshua's a coward. Man, he's looking that way, man. When you got, like, it's all started for me, man. Steven S. on Interval Sunday said Showtime offered $50 million. Yeah, they offered $50 million for that fight. And they didn't want it. Jeff the Blue said, you know us black men have that 0 to 100 switch. Yeah, when you're not playing, you get real serious, man. What's going on, Rob Barnes? Almighty Law 703, what's good, man? Yeah, man, but certain points in time, man, you got to do what you're supposed to do, man. You know, you can plan all around the world, man, but some things you just can't plan past. And you just going to obviously, it's going to make it obvious to everybody that you have a plan. He said he had a plan that he was trying to go along, 8 to 10 fight plan, you know, trying to fight, you know, trying to map out the dude's career forever in a day. And dude, you know, you're over organizing. Just things don't stay static. You know, Anthony Joshua was not always the quote unquote most popular heavyweight. That wasn't always the case. Matter of fact, it wasn't the case 2 years ago. So if all this can happen in 2 years, it doesn't take it can all go away in 2 years. And it can go away in the ring and it can go away out of the ring. And one of the things that he did is Eddie Hearn stripped away Anthony Joshua's intimidation factor. It's like he's a big soft powder puff or something, man. He comes across like a powder puff, you know? And I don't think the dude really is a powder puff, but he looks like a powder puff. He acts like a powder puff. Get away from there. Hold on one second, man. My dog looked like he about to try to eat some shoes. He said, I guess that's a new narrative Fury going to pull out. Oh, I mean, he said that before, man. That he was gonna pull out of the fight, man. But the fight happened, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It's time to move on with that nonsense. And honestly, man, it's almost time to move on from Anthony Joshua. I'm looking forward to this Tyson Fury fight, man. I really, really am. And Tyson Fury is doing a great job of selling it. So, you know, and I don't know, you know, I know a lot of people believe, you know, Deontay Wilder's gonna knock him out. You know, I don't know. I think that it's going to be a good fight, man. And I'm kind of in the mindset of, you know, may the best man win. You know what I mean? Now, I'm an American. I like Deontay Wilder. If I had to lean on who I wanted to win, of course, I would say, man, you know, I want Deontay Wilder to win the fight. But, hey, man, Tyson Fury has been an impressive cat to me pretty much his whole career. Everything except for snorting up a building. You know, that whole nonsense, man, he kind of fell off, man. But, you know, I got a lot of respect for the dude. Eric Jenkins said, oh, who is Anthony Joshua? Oh, it's that dude who dug Deontay Wilder. That's who it is. Sir Douglas, what's going on there in Naptown? He said, GG better take the Charlo fight and big ups for the promotion for the Wilder Fury fight. Yeah, Gennady Golovkin ain't taking that fight, man. Gennady Golovkin ain't going to take that fight. But what it shows me is that Gennady Golovkin doesn't have his protectors with him anymore. I don't think anybody lost more with HBO leaving boxing than Gennady Golovkin did. Because Gennady Golovkin is an HBO creation from the beginning. From the time he hit American shores to right now, that dude has been a creation, and his biggest supporter has been HBO boxing. And with HBO boxing out of the fray, now he doesn't have his protector. I find it mighty convenient that the WBC then snatches their protection from them. It's like, nah, you got to fight Charlo first, man, because we got to fight, because Showtime paying the bills now. We can't expect any big pay-per-views and all that stuff out of ESPN and that. HBO was on Eastern Europeans' heads, absolutely, man. And that's they created Gennady Golovkin. Now, Gennady Golovkin can fight, clearly. I mean, I think he was an Olympic silver medal. Man, much love in the super chat, Curtis Anderson. Thank you so much for the support, sir. And as always, man, you guys got to know who Kurt Sugar is, man. the boxing savant. Dear Lovegrove said Fury is going to be loved stateside and will be a household name. At the same time, everyone hating on AJ for ducking Wilder. Yeah, I mean, Fury's the type of dude who really could sell and do well over here in the United States. Because he talks so well, man. That dude talks big shit, dude. He talks big shit. He can sell something. He was up there selling, in that press conference. He's walking around talking to the audience, got his mic in his hand, feeling real comfortable doing what he's trying to do, trying to get that money up. You know what I mean? What's good, General Squirrels? Nelson Noble said Jamal Charlo will beat Little G blind, crippled, and crazy. Hey, man, that's why I don't know where. Maybe if he takes a fight, he ain't got any choice but to make the fight. Or he can go sit over there at ESPN, get some easy fights fighting on ESPN, or he can go over there to Europe. The zone might not be bad. He can go fly over there to see if Sky Sports give him some money to fight some Eastern Europe, fight some British cats over there in Great Britain. You know what I mean? Justin E. say it sounded good on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, I gotta check him out. You know he's gonna be able to sell it, man. He's got a mouthpiece on him, man. Picasso Fannon, I find it ironic how HBO closed up shop. Then their two biggest fighters lost. When their two biggest fighters lost, Kovalev and Gennady Golovkin. Yeah, I have a suspicion they were trying to close up shop a ways before because, man, they've been putting on. They don't even have anybody, man. They don't have any good fight. They just don't have any good fight cards, man. Their fight cards suck for the last 2 years. You know what I mean? It just didn't seem like they really had their heart in it for a while. And, losing all their best fighters and having so much competition, when people aren't used to having to work for fights, when they start getting outdone by Showtime and they got outdone damn near 2-1 on a Showtime card for Sean Porter and Danny Garcia when they went head to head with Superfly 3. They got outdone almost 2-1, man. It was crazy. So yeah, it's time for them to pack up tent, man, and head on out. But the protection zone for Gennady Golovkin is gone. Daryl Lovegrove said GGG loved in the UK and will sell. Hold on. And will sell, but he should go to Japan to fight Murata. 17 million. Watch his last fight. Yeah, the problem from the UK is that he's got to fight UK fighters in the UK. Can somebody tell me when's the last time you saw two fighters that weren't from the United Kingdom fighting each other in the UK? It's like almost. I mean, I don't know if that's like an informal tradition or not, but it seems like that is like almost exclusively the case. I'm sure you can find some example on an undercard or something of that not happening. But for the most part, when you're fighting in the UK, it's somebody's fighting a UK fighter. I haven't seen them be and so at 160 pounds, who do they have in the UK? Is he going to move up to 168 and fight George Groves? And he can move up to 168 pounds, fight George Groves, hold on one second. Yeah, my dog was about to act a fool. Yeah, to fight George Groves or fight Callum Smith or fight what's this dude's name, man? What's this dude's name? Chris Eubank or somebody like that, man. It just doesn't seem like that's the most profitable thing in the world, man, for him to do. And really, when he really just wants one more Canelo pay-per-view. I mean, because he can, and then the thing is, even if he does a Canelo pay-per-view, Canelo might just really put the screws to him on the money. You know what I mean? But on the other side, does Canelo really want to fight Jamal Charlo next? I think Canelo would fight him. I have a feeling that Canelo would fight anybody, man. He's already lost one fight. So him having lost, he doesn't have an O that goes. You know what I mean? He's not going to be ruined if he loses a tough fight. You know what I mean? He's got a loss and a draw, and it ain't really affected him. So I don't necessarily see him having a problem fighting Jamal Charlo. Greg White, hey man, what's good, Gregory White? How you feeling, man? Let me come back. He said, I agree. I always thought GGG would beat Charlo's. Plus, I thought he made easy work of Jacobs. Fannon. Fury made a great statement at 350 to 410 of his Breakfast Club interview. Yeah, what was it, man? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to check it out too quickly. Who thinks that Gennady Golovkin? I don't think Gennady Golovkin beats Charlo. I think he loses him. I think Gennady Golovkin loses to Charlo because I think Jamal Charlo's like Danny Jacobs, +3. You know what I mean? I think he's more athletic than Danny Jacobs. I think he's a better boxer than Danny Jacobs. I think he hits harder than Danny Jacobs. He's faster than Danny Jacobs. I just think he's an all-around better fighter than Danny Jacobs. And Daniel Jacobs gave Gennady Golovkin a whole lot of problems. And that was 2 years ago that he did that? And Gennady Golovkin ain't got a lick younger. You know what I mean? Since that point in time. And he's taken 2 beatings since that point in time. Let me go. Hey, man, what's good, man? Hold on. Sorry. Eric Jacobs, man, much love in the super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, chat room is great to see the community of boxing fans get into the fights we want to see. Let's keep pressing. Absolutely, man. And I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, though, man. So I just believe it's Oscar De La Hoya that would hold up those fights. I don't think it's Canelo. I think Canelo's the type of dude that'll fight anybody. And he really showed a lot of character in that last fight, the way he handled, the way he went at Gennady Golovkin and just walk straight to him. I believe that Canelo Alvarez is the type of cat that would take that fight. The issue for me is whether or not Oscar De La Hoya can set his issues that he has with the PBC aside to make that fight. But money talks, bullshit walks. But I don't think Canelo ain't never showed me that he had any punk in him. Now, some people say that he ducked the Charles at 154. There's an argument to be made for that. But we'll see what happens, man. Full of Sports said Charlo would stop Canelo, though. I don't know, man. I think that's a 50-50 fight, man. I'm telling you, man, Canelo can fight, okay? Canelo's ass can fight. Well, what's going on, Sal Gutierrez? How you feeling, man? Good to see you in the chat, man. What's good? And PK Boxing, MMA, what's going on, man? And Best Fight, the Best Boxing. What's good? Yeah, man, I'm a believer in Canelo's fighting spirit, man. I don't think Canelo Alvarez ain't no Anthony Joshua, man. He ain't that manicured. You know what I mean? He ain't that manicured. That dude will take a fight, and his fans will respect that dude for a battle. And he'll get a battle with Jamal Charlo, but he ain't no joke, man. Canelo can fight, and Canelo got a lot of experience. Alfredo Chavez said Canelo's like Mike Tyson Jr. He's a better fighter. I think he's a better boxer than Mike Tyson. He ain't got the power. He ain't got necessarily the speed and the power that Mike Tyson has. But God dog, I always think of Canelo and don't get me wrong when I say poor man, I got a lot of respect for James Toney. But he seems to me to be like, God dog, man, he's just got some James Toney in him to me, man. I love how he can stay in the pocket and his upper body move, how he can slip punches so nice with the upper body, man. Now, I don't think he's as skilled as James Toney. Don't get me wrong. But shit, I don't think in that style of fighting, I don't think there's very many people that are as skilled as James Toney, man. James Toney could fight. But, that's my dude, man. James Toney was my dude. And that's why I like Canelo, because he reminds me of him. And honestly, man, that's something I wish that Khalid Plant could get a little more of, man. If Khalid Plant could up his James Toney game, man, I'd like Khalid Plant even that much better. Sam Getty, Canelo missed one fight this year, so he wants to fight again in December, but his big fights are always September and May. Yeah, he got to come in. But I don't see where he's going to be able to make one. Hey, Fula Sports said Canelo is flat-footed. Yeah, he doesn't have the best foot movement in the world, but god dog, man, that dude can dodge raindrops in the middle of the ring. His upper body movement, dude, is so nice. Whenever he wanted to sit in there with Gennady Golovkin, and I think this is the thing that really set him apart from Gennady Golovkin in that last fight, is when he sat down, when he stood right in the middle of Gennady Golovkin hit him with something, Canelo didn't have to move anywhere to keep another one from landing. He was just like, oh, you hit me? Well, let me make you miss 6 times. Boop, boop, move. You know what I mean? He could clear his head. He had enough timing with his upper body. He had enough upper body movement and skill with his upper body movement to basically just take a rest standing right in front of, let his head clear standing right in front of Canelo. I mean, right in front of Gennady Golovkin. Now, Gennady Golovkin ain't the fastest hand dude in the world, but man, it is not easy to hit Canelo Alvarez standing right there with you, man. You know, which is something that's kind of similar to Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury's got a little bit of that head movement standing right in front of people as well, but I just don't know, man, because you might not, you get hit because you will get hit. You stand right in front of Deontay Wilder and get hit with one of them big bombs, dog, you might not recover. You might be waking up at the count of 8. You know what I mean? Oh, man, Gregory White, man, much love in the super chat. He said that LDBC echo chambers is proving to be effective. Hey, man, yeah. When hardcore boxing fans talk about boxing on a daily basis, man, that shit is going to make an effect because, come on, man, most of the people that are really understand what's going on in boxing, you know, they listen. And it's not like it's just one person saying it. It's a lot of people saying it. And you have the ability to form opinion. You know what I mean? And that's what marketing agencies try to do when they go to the boxing scene or they go to, you know, whatever writers they're trying to affect public opinion. You know what I mean? And the conversations that go on in YouTube, going on social media affect public opinion, you know, because you're not just sitting there being fed one point of view. You get fed 2 points of view, and not everybody that talks, not everybody that hears it is actually responding in text, in comments on your page, and they're not necessarily, you know, making comments in live streams. They just hear what's going on and going about their day, man. Philip Brent said, boxing wise, James Toney went to a boxing school that doesn't teach that type of defense anymore other than Floyd. Canelo's probably the closest thing. Yeah, man, I love that style of boxing, man. I love that style of boxing. But it tends to give people like Jim Lampley, you know, cats like Jim Lampley believe that the punches are landed. You know what I mean? Like, because the punches are missing by inches, but they're missing. You know what I mean? And he sees them coming. He sees the distance. He sees where it's coming at. He moves close. You know, he moves out of the way of them. It's just a good look, man. I mean, I love that style of fight, man. That's why I like Canelo. Fuel of Sports said, look at that uppercut he did on J-Rock. Yeah, that was really, really ugly, man. Yeah, Justin March said lost art. Yeah, man, it is. I mean, it's not completely lost because there are people that can do it, you know. You say you like Regis Porgray if you like Tony. Yeah, I think Regis can get his game up a little bit in that regard, become a little harder to hit in that regard. But yeah, man, he stands right there with you. He can slip punches. He can box, but he's banging with you. He's trying to get you up out of there. But yeah, Regis Prograis, I got to remember, I keep mispronouncing the last name. Prograis. Yeah, man, I like Regis Prograis. And I'm really thinking about going to New Orleans to go see that next fight because he and Baranachek are both going to be on that card. Randy Ridley said, Fannon, I appreciate the live stream. You get to just zone out and enjoy boxing talk. Help take a mental break from life, especially when you lost somebody close to you. I needed this, man. Randall Ridley, my condolences. And you know, hey, yeah, it can be tough, man. We all lose people. But prayers go out to you and your family, man. And I hope that you're doing well. Dave Richmond says Canelo and David Lemieux is garbage fight. Definitely not a pay-per-view event. Yeah, but it will be because he's always on pay-per-view. It will be, but I think that's probably going to be the next fight, man. But he deserves a shot. I mean, he deserves a soft touch. Canelo took two tough fights in a row. You know, the third fight I think can be a soft touch. I don't have any issue with him fighting David Lemieux next. You know what I mean? Battle Rifle said, first thing that James Toney's trainer, Pops Miller, did with James was make him watch hours of footage of Jersey Joe Walcott, Archie Moore, Joe Louis, and Ezra Charles. Man, you do see a lot of really good technique, man, in those old school fighters, man. I swear to goodness. They do. Man, Stormy B, man, much love in the super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. He said, Fannon. Ooh, hold on. What's up? Fanon, your comment on Canelo GGG points exactly why people need to stop labeling unproven fighters great when they've yet to show they can overcome adversity. Canelo is a multidimensional fighter. GGG is not. No, GGG is a come forward fighter. Absolutely, I agree 100%, man. He's a come forward fighter. He's got plan A. He doesn't have plan B, plan C. He doesn't have that. And the thing that I liked about Gennady, man, they talked themselves into an ass whooping by telling Canelo to stand in the middle of the ring. I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought he was just going to sucker him. Be like, no, not sucker him. Like, man, I'm not filing for that. I'm just going to fight the same fight I fought last time, get a couple more rounds, and walk away. That's what I thought Canelo would do. But, dog, Canelo walked right in there and just did it, took care of his business right in front of, the quote-unquote boogeyman, of the division, Gennady Golovkin, who, he wasn't. But, like, that, hey, but that's what happens, man, when somebody gets exposed. Now, that's the thing. That's really what I think happened with Gennady Golovkin. I think Gennady Golovkin got exposed. And let me look at this before I say this. Let me see who he. All right, so we know since 2016, so the last 2 years, he only fought one middleweight in the last 2 years. Before that, Dominic Wade, David Lemieux, Willie Monroe, Martin Murray, Marco Antonio Rubio. So in the he ain't fought nobody in 4 years. Daniel Gill, Marco Antonio Rubio, Martin Murray, Willie Monroe, David Lemieux, Dominic Wade, then Kell Brook, who's a 147-pounder. Daniel Jacobs, I think, was a good look for him. Then Sal Alvarez, and so these are 154. So maybe this dude's power is looking like that because he's fighting little guys that ain't got a chin, And he fought a 154-pounder that had a chin. What's going on? Hey, Blood Boxing in the house. What's going on? Retro Boxing and Documentaries, man. Subscribe to my man, Retro Boxing and Documentaries. He said, yeah, Stormy B said, pull the sheets off that naked ass. Yeah, it did. And that's why I don't want Charlo. Because Charlo going to clip him, man. You know what I mean? Charlo's going to clip him. And then we'll see if that dude got a big chin, because we'll see what his chin is like. Because you don't have, because I don't think Canelo is some big bomber. You know what I mean? And now he has been known to crack some dudes, right? But, that's like Amir Khan and what's my man's name who had been knocked out before? James Kirkland, those type of just devastating, dang near look like he broke their neck type of knockouts. I don't think they didn't really come with the bigger guys, man. Lowland Profits, what's good, man? But just because he don't knock you out don't mean Canelo can't beat you, man. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? Much love in the super chat. 78 source said, Fannon, the mother fucking Don. I appreciate you, man. Man, I enjoyed that live. I was actually able to check out Trill Boxing Talk this morning for a while, man. My schedule is usually real funny, man. You guys have I really enjoyed that shit this morning, man. Caesar, I can't pronounce, what is it? Lands, getting my boxing fix. Shout out for 9 pound LWC. What's good, man? I appreciate you. Much love in the super chat, man. Yes, sir. Who the hell is Khan with his super paper chin? That's what I'm saying. It's just like, when I said he knocked out Amir Khan, I wasn't giving him a lot of credit for doing it. Amir Khan got a glass jaw. He got a porcelain jaw. So, he got a paper jaw and he got a noodle jaw. Lara breaks off Canelo. I don't know. I don't think at this point in time he would, but it was a good Lara and Canelo was a good fight. I thought Canelo won. I thought Lara won that fight. I thought Lara won that fight. But dude, Lara ain't no joke, man. Especially you talking about 3 years ago when he fought Lara. The fact that he could even make an argument that you could win a fight against Lara shows you that you're a good fighter, man. It's for real. And I wouldn't mind a rematch against Lara, but I would rather see, I'd rather see Charlo, man. Lara, the fight that I want to see is a rematch between Lara and Hurd. I thought that was a good fight, man. Fanon, what did you think of Wilder Fury first take? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it. I was listening to all the YouTube things when I was working out last night. They were playing back to back, but I haven't watched for First Take. It's hard for me to listen to Stephen A. Smith. Real hard for me to listen to Stephen A. Smith. There's like two people in sports that I don't like. I don't like to hear their voice. I don't like to hear Stephen A. Smith's voice. And what's that real big fat dude's name, man? Jason Whitlock. It's just hard for me to even listen to them, man. Those are two dudes who, man, I'm telling you, man, they could tell me water's wet, and I'd be like, man, you a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't even be able to agree with them before I'm like, man, I can't stand them dudes. I don't like Jason Whitlock because Jason Whitlock's just a moron. You know, a highly educated, well-spoken, well-written moron. Yeah, man. Come on, man. That dude is. My dad be calling me mad about Jason Whitlock. My dad does not like him. My dad will call and say, man, that nigga. My dad will call somebody a Tom in a heartbeat, man. My dad talk about Jason Whitlock so bad. It's like I have a hard time. Listen, Ashley's Corner. How are you, my lady? I hope all is well with you. How are you? Man, you know what? That just reminds me, man. I ain't seen H111202 in a while, man. He said Coonan at his finest. Yeah, man, at his finest, dog. For somebody to say some shit like, you're gonna get the last press conference. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna catch you later today, man. I got some work I gotta take care of. But man, oh my God, man. I lost my train of thought. I don't really do bootlickers very well, man. I just don't do them very well. And that's exactly what that cat is. That dude knows what he's saying. He knows who he's talking to. For Jason Whitlock to say, man, Jason Whitlock says something about, racism doesn't apply to the wealthy. I'm like, are you nuts? What are you talking about? Because your fat ass, you want to take this opportunity to brag about your fat ass having a doorman? What are you talking about, dude? Why would you try to it's like this moron wants to delegitimize a problem that is like 400 years old because he got a doorman. Because you got a doorman and you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Some shit that's been going on for at least 400 years isn't real. But let me get this right. It's real for me if I don't have any money, but as soon as I get paid, I got to shut up. So the only people that have the right to talk about it are people that don't have the ability to talk about it, who don't have, just God dog, man. Oh, tell it to Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock's fat ass will be complaining about shit like this. Jason Whitlock will get mad once they don't let him in a store. You know what I mean? Like they don't let him in there. Like, hold on, man, you can't come up in this store. Well, who are you? We don't know who you are. Oh, what do you mean? You're not got my money counts. Whatever, man. What's going on, Ricky Samuel? To Fannon the Don. What's good, Jamal? Will hands on both Gennady Golovkin and Canelo. Hey, man, I hope to see it. I got him beating Gennady Golovkin. I think he might knock out Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin is long in the tooth. Canelo Alvarez, I think, is going to be a tough fight, man. But he's got such a height advantage on Canelo, though. That's the thing. He's got a height and a reach and a size advantage on Canelo and a speed advantage on Canelo. That's tough. And I think it's going to be real tough for Canelo really to mount much of an offense against him. So, but like I said, man, I rise with Canelo. Canelo can fight. Fuel Sports said Canelo's a midget. Yeah, he's a lot smaller than those guys. He's a lot shorter. Morgan Freeman said the same thing in an interview, was the money didn't make the difference with your race and your money. You know what? I don't know, man. I heard what Morgan Freeman said, and I think Morgan Freeman walked the line a little differently, man. You know what I mean? He walked the line a little differently, if I recall correctly, from Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, like when some people say stuff, I don't always just jump and be like, all right, man. Because there's I think a lot of people that support, like just blindly support, the prevailing party, the blue party. I think a lot of people that just blindly believe these cats are, have their best interest To straight tell you the truth, I think half those Democratic, like half of the congressional black caucus, that's what they are. Be around those dudes sometimes, man. I would go, I used to go to school in DC. So, you'll go to during that weekend, it was a congressional black caucus weekend, man. You'll be in there with these cats and plus people that intern with them. A lot of these people are just out for their own self. They're out for their own self-interest. They're out for their own well-being. You got guys like Cory Booker. Cory Booker's the biggest fraud on the planet. He's a complete and utter fraud. You know what I mean? And the dude who's running for Senate, he's running for governor of Florida. He's a fraud too, man. Like people that associate, these guys are out for their own personal gain, and they'll vote on a whole bunch of crap like that will wind up sending a whole bunch of people to jail. You guys got to remember the people that the Congressional Black Caucus in the mid 1990s, they were some of the main supporters of what wound up being, what was it, the omnibus crime bill, which put millions. They helped push that stuff through because that's who they're getting their money from. I mean, so, I don't necessarily just say because somebody might say something that I don't want to hear, like the sound bite throws me off. I'm not going to just jump off the gun, but I've listened to Jason Whitlock. You know what I mean? I've listened to Jason Whitlock. I've listened to them long enough to be like, nah, dude, you're like two steps from that sheriff. What is Joseph Clark, whatever that dude, the Milwaukee sheriff, like they wear cowboy hats in Milwaukee. What do you got a cowboy hat on in Milwaukee for? No, it's just who wears a cowboy hat in a leather vest in Milwaukee? Anyway, it is what it is, man. Oh, black churches too. You don't get me started on them. Philip Wren said Morgan Freeman does a lot of soft shoe cooning. We see there where he got him. Yeah, I have to listen to him in more detail. I can't label Morgan Freeman. Like, hey man, I never labeled Bill Cosby. I thought people were dead wrong on that. I listened to what Bill Cosby said, and I did not believe the things that Bill Cosby criticized people for. The people got before all this stuff happened with him getting in with the women and all that. The stuff that he said that people criticized him for, I thought that people were jumping the gun on him because he just was. I mean, dude, being snobbish doesn't make you a coon. Saying people, shouldn't have their pants hanging down, that doesn't make you a coon, man. You know what I mean? That's like the opposite thing of saying, like, right now, I'm like, shit, you guys need, why you grabbing, why you got these skinny jeans and makeup on? You know what I mean? Like, these cats are wearing purses and fingernail gloss and shit like that. So I'm like, dude, I'll say that. This dude is older talking about sagging pants and braids. I would say the same thing about lip gloss and a purse and your hair dyed. Like, what the fuck you got? What do you got? That's what they're going to call me a coon for. Because I'll be like, dude, why do you have fingernail polish and lip gloss off, dude? Why are you glossy? You know what I mean? Why are you wearing ponytails, man? Why are you wearing pink shoes, man? What is this? I think that's just being old. You know what I mean? And I fall victim to being old. BFTB Bison says Canelo fears no one. His team made much love in the super chat. He said his team makes fear moves. That's not the same as AJ. AJ speaks English and know what's being said to him and about him. Charlo stops GGG. Yeah, no doubt about it. Hold on, man. Oh, what's going on, Ricky Samuel? Then I missed one too. Ron Finkel, man, much love in the super chat. He said Whitlock will cry when they ban him from Wendy's. No doubt about it. That's when he'll get his shit going, dog. Oh, Canelo head can be placed on a heavyweight. Oh, he's got a big ass head, dog. Hey, Dark Truth, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm sorry, man. I started running off of my lip and missed a couple of you guys' statements, man. But yeah, Canelo versus Charlo is the fight at middleweight. Absolutely best fight. The best. That's the one I want to see. And may the best man win, dog. Oh, yeah, it's a problem when they don't get hired. Absolutely. But that's why he keeps his job, man. And that's the also thing, man, how they move political discourse to the sports channels. Like, how much further can you stick that shit in the closet? The number one place to talk about those type of issues now is on Sports Center. Okay. Like those are the people that are now being pushed to the forefront of those type of discussions are athletes and sports commentators. Doug, while everybody is a spokesman. Yeah, the Hall report said, right, keep politics out of sports, period. Yeah, it's like, and it's not just keep it out of it. I don't think you should keep politics. I don't think you keep politics out of sports, period. I think everybody has the right to share their opinion and express themselves. That's the freedom of speech wherever they do it. And, hey, man, you will suffer the consequences of your freedom, of exercising your freedom to speak. That is a fact. I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong. I'm saying that's a fact. But what I'm saying is that you're not having these discussions on networks too much like MSNBC. Now it's about, there was this California had passed a law that publicly held corporations that are centered in California have to have a female board of director, have to have a female on the board of directors, or they're fined if they don't have a female on board of directors, right? And I'm like, man, that's the first time you skipped right over people of color being on the board of directors, right? But anyway, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's more about like sexism and, gender neutral equality, things like that are the things that are really getting pushed at the point in time. But, it is what it is, man. The Hall report, research why sports exist, bro. Oh, yeah, you know that. That's a good point, man. Actually, I was going to do one of those things on that. I'll do it, not a video on it on YouTube, but I'll do a video on another channel on that. The original queens of you're fooling. Are you talking about old girl? But it is what it is, man. Fannon, do you watch Balls on HBO? The last episode was about standing up for your beliefs. No, man, I have never watched Ballers. I watch boxing. I watch boxing and I watch Game of Thrones and I hang with my kids. I don't really have a lot of time. Like, it's hard for me to keep up what's going on in boxing versus, spending time watching those shows. I do watch Game of Thrones though, and try to figure out what's going on in season 8. You know what I mean? By the way, Tyrion Lannister will die in the last season. But, that's kind of where I've been on that, man. You know what I mean? Keep the quiet masses quiet. Absolutely. And it gives you something to feel, gives you a sense of accomplishment. It focuses your attention, gives you self of accomplishment. It connects your idea and your identity with the team, and the team is associated with the city. So like you feel like I'm from Chicago. So if you're dedicated and really feel down with the Bears and the Bulls and the Sox, right, and the Cubs and the Hawks, right, then you feel like, Chicago's your city. So if Chicago's your city, then Illinois is your state. Illinois is the state. This is your country. You know what I mean? And you feel that even further makes you feel connected with that system. So there's a lot to it, man. Tyrion's a goner, dude. Tyrion Lannister is a goner. He will be executed for treason. He is going to be executed for treason. You've heard it. You've heard it here first. If you've heard it at all, you heard it. If you haven't heard it before, you heard it now. The Hall report. There you go, dog. You know what it is. Tyrion will die. That's why I said if you've not heard it here, you've heard it here. If you haven't heard it here before, you heard it first here. And that is from the Freaky Doctor out of Spain. Chicago is my city. Illinois is my state. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Outlaw Gorillas. So how you feel like I never ride with anything outside. Like everybody's like, what's your favorite sports team? What's the Chicago team? I don't care about NFL because the Bears suck. All right, it's hard for me to pay attention to the NBA because the Bulls suck. Right? I've never was a really big baseball fan, but if I am, it's because the Sox are doing well. I don't even ride with the Cubs. I ride with the Sox. He will be there until the end, to the very end. The queen is so damn fine. At which queen? You talking about Cersei Lannister? That chick's a great actress, but she's a terrible, terrible person, dog. Yeah, DOG said I ride with my Eagles. Yep. Oh, Cass said the Bears looking better this year for now. Yeah, I've seen it. I see it. I see it. Come on, man. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Chicago. Yeah, I ride with the Sox. I don't ride with the Cubs, man. The dudes on the Cubs the Cub fans didn't act right, dog. When it was time, dog. Yeah, I know the Bears are leading the North. For now. Let's get there, dog. Let's get there. Oh my God. They've just let me down so long, man. Story, man. No, I'm not, man. I'm in Texas. But I work out of Chicago. Well, the company I work for is in Chicago, but I just live in Texas. And I'm from Chicagoland area. Wordplay said Black Sox fan. That's what's up. Who that? You like them Saints? God dog it, I can't stand them Saints. That's just because Drew's Brees. Yeah, man, my son is a big Drew Brees fan. I'm like, fuck, this is Drew Brees stuff. But it is what it is, man. Hey, but look, man, I'm about to roll out of here, man. I'm a little early today, man. I got to make a call, I promised, for work that I would do. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody coming. Check me out tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow. We can talk about some more stuff, man. I appreciate everybody out there. Hey, y'all, we got 188 people in the building, man. Hit the likes on the way out the door. That would be cool, if you wouldn't mind. Try to see if we can get it like to 150 likes. Something, because it's barely over 100 right now, man. So I feel like I screwed up. Jonathan Hampton said, Fannon, the Bears defense is promising. Oh, the Bears see, but that's the thing, man. That's what screws the Bears up is defense, because the NFL don't allow people to they've made it so hard to play defense. It's just like in defense and basketball is gone, man. It's just like a freaking highlight reel, dude. It's like these highlight reels, offensive highlight reel sports right now, man. It's like, it's like even defense in boxing. Everybody looks down on defense in boxing. I'm sitting there watching the way Canelo Alvarez inside defense is, and I love watching that shit. That's exciting to me. Watch somebody make somebody miss. You know what I mean? Swinging for the air, they can't land it, near misses and all that. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Oh, Khalid Mack is the truth. Oh, that's that cat that got traded, right? To the Bears. That's what's up. I'll check him out this year, man. I got to start checking him out. Oh, he said, I like the Bears because one of my players was drafted by him. That's what's up. It tends to be like that, man. Cowboys suck. Yeah, I don't ride with any of the Texas teams, man. PK Boxing MMA said Game of Thrones is my shit. Yeah. Hey, man, and they got some great channels on it on YouTube, too, man. These people be great. And I'm reading the books. I've gone through all the books. Going through them again, man. But now I'm going through them on Audible and listening to them when I got time. I don't have time to sit there and read a book. I got to read it while I'm driving, because I spend like an hour a day in the car taking my son to basketball practice and back. Yeah, make them miss, make them pay. That's what's up. Will Shorter said Bengals versus Rams, my Super Bowl pick. God dog it. The Bengals? Wilder Fury 300,000 buys. I think it'll do better than that, man. They're going to promote the shit out that fight, out of that thing, man. I'm a Bears fan for life. Chi-Town, born and raised. It's what's up, CB Sports TV. That's how I got to roll, man. I don't roll anybody but Chicago teams, man. And it ain't changing anytime. And it ain't changing notes anytime soon, dog. That's what it is. But look, man, I got to head out of here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, man, much love in the super chat. I'll get with you guys tomorrow morning after Trill Boxing Talk. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we do these live streams. We do have this boxing talk every morning. Also, on the comment section of this video, if you want, talk about the subjects you want to talk about tomorrow, and we'll try to chop it up for sure. And with that, peace. I'm out.